Welcome everyone to today's webinar on 4 tips for maximizing your monetization with Audience Network. My name is Sebastian Totte. I'm a Publisher Development Manager for Audience Network, and I'm joined by Camille Dervelay, who is a Product Solutions Manager for Audience Network. So let's get started. So what to consider to maximize your monetization? The topics we're going to cover today are price settings, which will help you maximize your revenue, Ad Quality Experience, which is a tool we launched to help you improve your placements, Brand Safety Controls, which allows you to manage the ads you're seeing on your apps and websites, and Formats to Gauge, where we will be sharing the best performing formats. So let's start with tip 1, optimize your price targets. On Audience Network, we have 2 options to choose from to optimize your performance. We have CPM Targets, which are best for clients that use multiple ad networks and that are actively managing their waterfall, and also that want granular options for managing their performance. And then we have Accept All Prices, which are best for clients that only monetize of Audience Network, that seek low resource option, and want to simplify management of smaller or lower in the waterfall placements. So I want to tell you a bit about Story to help you with these 2 optimization settings. Say if you're a developer that just launched a new app and is only monetizing with Audience Network, then you want to start with setting your placements to accept all prices. And then say if your app goes viral and you start getting a lot more traffic, you would want to add more networks and implement a waterfall to mediate between those networks. And then in this scenario, you want to move over to CPM targets so that you can give Audience Network top of the waterfall with a high CPM target. So next, let's talk about the 5 steps to setting up CPM targets. The first step is to pull a report for the placements and countries for all your demand sources for the last 7 days. You then want to run some analysis in order to understand which network is delivering the highest CPM. And then you want to create a placement with Audience Network that has a CPM target that is 10 to 20% higher than the top performing network. Another step is to set up country targets for your top placements, and we usually recommend around your top 5 countries. You then want to allow the CPM targets to run for at least 7 days, and then review the performance again in order to identify ways to further optimize. So for example, a way to further optimize here is when you have Audience Network with a $25 CPM target and the second network in the waterfall is only delivering $18, it's worth moving Audience Network down to $20 as you will generate more revenue because you will get more fill. Even with a lower CPM, the increase in fill should outweigh the reduction in CPM. Another method is to add on to CPM targets is the sandwich model, or to the lasagna model, or whatever food you choose with layers. It's basically calling Audience Network multiple times in the waterfall. So the way to set this up is to have Audience Network top of the waterfall. And if you can see in this example on the right, you have Audience Network at the top for $25. And then you have a second demand source at $23. Then you would set a second Audience Network placement in the middle with a second tier at $21. But really here, you're just aiming to have audience network in the middle of your waterfall. So it really depends, the price depends on the different demand partners in your waterfall. Then after the second tier, you would have another demand source. And then the third step is to set audience network as a backfill with a accept all price setting at the bottom of the waterfall. Then we recommend that you track performance for a week and then tweak the different CPM targets in order to maximize revenue. This example shows a sandwich method with audience network being crawled 3 times, but you can use up to 5 CPM target placements within an ad space per format. We've also recently launched the Optimize CPM Target tool within the Monetization Manager dashboard. And in this tool, you can see a curve for fill rate and CPM. And on the left, there are the different CPM values and the estimated fill. And here we're using historical data for the placement in order to make that prediction. And this tool can be used to help you set the CPM targets and better optimize your waterfall. So the second tip is on focusing on delivering a high quality ad experience. And we're doing this by providing publishers with a new tool called Quality Check, which you can find in Monetization Manager. So the Quality Check measures your performance and compares it to our network standards, and then gives you a status. So how does it work? Each platform goes through a 60-day trial period. During this trial period, you're given a status such as passing, which means you're on the higher end of the quality and you meet all the quality requirements. Close to failing, which means you're close to failing the quality check and you should work to improve the placement's quality. And then close to failing, which means you're on the very low end of the quality on Audience Network and you should work to improve the placement, but it also means that after the trial period has ended, you will no longer be able to monetize those placements on Audience Network. In this example, you can see that you have the platform, the status, and the assessment period timing at the bottom. And if a platform is failing, there will actually be a link that directs you to a new page where you can see all the failing placements and you can specifically work to improve those placements. We've also added a lot of resources to the Help Center regarding the do's and don'ts for implementing different formats on Audience Network. And if you have any placements that have been identified as low quality in the quality check, we recommend that you review the Help Center in order to identify areas to improve the placements so that you can move to the passing score in quality check. Our third tip is to use the quality controls for a brand safe experience. So we have 3 different types of quality controls that we're going to cover today. We have our block list, which allows you to block apps from the iOS and Android App Store. We have a domain block list, which you can block domains for specific websites. And then you have the categories, which allows you to block a variety of categories. We also have the self-serve ad blocking tool. And in this tool, you can enter the ad text from the ad or upload an image. And we will show all the ads that match those text or image that have run on your properties, and you can block them directly from the dashboard. You also have a report and ad feature, where you'll be able to upload a screenshot of the ad, and then our team that is working 24/7 to respond to these reports will review the ad, and if it violates Facebook's ad standards, it will be blocked, and an investigation will be triggered in order to identify similar ads on the platform. And we'll also feedback with the results of the investigation once it's been complete, so that you know the action we've taken against the ad that was reported to us. Here is an example of the brand safety controls within Monetization Manager. First, we're showing the block lists here. And then you have the ad review tool, where you can see where to enter the text and upload the image. And here is an example of the report and ad feature. So our fourth tip is to implement formats that maximize your monetization. And we've done some research on what people think of different ad formats. And on the left, you have the least disruptive formats. And then on the right, you have the highest quality formats. And from our research, we found that the static interstitials are the most disruptive and lowest quality ad formats, while on the other end of the spectrum, you have rewarded video and native ads that are the least disruptive and the highest quality. So when choosing the format to implement within your app or website, we definitely recommend choosing the high quality and less disruptive rewarded video and native ad formats. So to recap on what we covered today to make the most of your monetization. First, it's important that if you're using a waterfall, to optimize with price targets and use the sandwich model. Also, view the quality check dashboard and make improvements if necessary. And then set ad controls that align with your brand safety standards. And finally, implement high quality formats that drive revenue and user retention. Thank you very much for, and feel free to visit the website if you have any more questions.